else Ocho had to do? Feed them.
Yeah. Hey, I have a question before I even get into this. Do you think this story is real, or maybe it's exaggerated, maybe a little bit fabricated? Because 300, that's quite a lot. That's quite a lot. It just I, I'm trying to wrap my
Okay,
head
hold
around
on,
it.
hold on. Peterson made a list of about 320 friends and family members, bought his guests first class plane tickets to Houston, and booked them first class hotel rooms to attend his birthday party. Now, he did this in 2015 and turned right around in 2016 and borrowed $5.2 million.
Damn, man. Listen, I'm obviously, I mean, people that have followed me throughout my career have followed me just in life in general. Obviously, Unc, you've grown to know me and understand how financially conscious I am when it comes to spending. My habits and my cheap ways, and it would most I call it cheap. Most would call it, very
Mm-hmm.
frugal. Is to not just lead by example, but to prevent situations like this. Obviously, I love AP, a good friend of mine, and I hate speaking on one's misfortunes, but at it's an unfortunate situation. It's very unfortunate, and I think sometimes we get caught up in the image, the lifestyle that the NFL provides us with the money that we're making, and not thinking long
Yeah, for
term.
sure.
And I think that's one of the things that we miss out on, is we miss out on the small opportunity, the small window that we do have, in thinking that this money will continue to always
No,
come in. These big checks making 650,000. You know what it's like to have a $650,000 check every Monday? Do you know what that's like?
no, I don't know what it's
Like,
like,
but
but
okay,
but I'm saying, yeah,
right,
I made good money. I made good money
right,
when
right,
I
right,
played the
right,
league,
right.
and I know to getting
But
getting 300, 400,000 every 2 weeks.
mhm. Yeah, and just the thought of it, I think for me, it hit me early. It hit me in year three with great understanding. Okay, I'm thinking long term. I'm trying to set myself up. So I scale back on, listen, I'm all for enjoying yourself, the fruits of your labor. You work hard as hell to get to the NFL. You work hard as hell. Enjoy yourself. But you got to know when to say no to
Oh yeah,
family.
for sure.
You got to know when to say no to friends, and you got to know when to say no to those who mean you no good that's around you, especially those that wasn't there before you
Mm.
made it. You got to learn to say no, because they never know when to turn it off.
No,
They never know when to turn it off. And the more you enable them, always giving, 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 they're gonna keep coming back
yeah,
more and more. And everybody always has an idea. Everybody has a money idea on what to
with your
do
money.
with your money. Always. And it never pans out the way they think it is. Everybody has a great idea. But listen, I don't know the issue personally, but on this case in general, this can be a lesson for a lot of players, especially now. They think, oh, I'm making much more than he was getting paid back then. They're giving me, but
You're
if you don't
spending more
have
too, though.
structure, yeah, and you're spending more. If you don't have structure, if you have no financial discipline, everybody else gonna be in the same
Hmm.
situation. 10
Yeah,
years from now, you're gonna be in the same situation.
you have to givers have to put lenders have to put limits
Mhm,
on
mhm.
takers because takers never put
Yeah.
limits on what they'll take.
No,
So if
no,
you
no,
don't
they gonna
put
they
it,
gonna
but
always they gonna always
here's
take.
the problem the AP running into. You don't get to
Uh-huh.
determine what they take. If you take out a loan, Ocho, or if you or I take out a loan and we default on that loan, they coming to get anything of damn value. Your house, your cars, they took a Mickey Mouse watch off a Red Fox arm.
What?
So you think, hold on. But here's the thing. How does that sound? You are the default judgment, but you saying you financially set.
Listen, we never, obviously I don't know his personal situation. Normally, there are ways that
Yeah, I
you
guess
can
some
hide
states you
money.
can file bankruptcy.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But why, Ocho,
That too.
why are you in this? You made $100 million. You made
Yeah.
$100 million, and you throw a party you throw a birthday party for your 30th birthday. Ain't no telling
Right.
how much it costs. If you flying 300, I mean, you might have spent damn near $500,000 on plane tickets.
What?
Ocho, you know how much first
You think
class
that's what
tickets
it
cost?
costs?
A first class ticket anywhere between $1,000 and $2,000. Now multiply that times two times 320, 300,000. Okay, now you put them up at 5-star hotels. What are 5-star hotel rooms going for? 500, 750, 1,000 a night? How long did they stay? Who feeding them? Who paying for that incidental? Who's paying for that room service? Who paying for those internet charges? Okay, now you got Camel. Now you got the food at the party. Let's just say conservatively, he spent at least $2 million on a birthday party to impress other people.
Nigga, who?
At least $2 million.
I mean, just hypothetically speaking, you think a party could cost that much?
Yes. Hell yeah.
$2 million?
Yes. Ocho, the man spent $600,000 to $700,000 on plane tickets. Now you put people up in a hotel. How long did they stay? How long you put them in a hotel room? Let's just say they stayed 2 days. You put 100 to 200 people in a hotel room for 2 days, and the room's gonna cost you $500. How much is that, Ocho?
Jesus.
Okay, you got to have entertainment at a party. You got to have food at a party.
Right.
How they get into that? Don't you got to have transportation? They ain't riding no bicycles to the party, so you got to have shuttle service to get them to and from. You got to have alcohol. You got to have food. Conservative, let's say $2 million. But then the next year, you turn around and go borrow 5.2. Think about what he said. He said he borrowed the money to pay the people that he already owed. Did you hear what he said? Hold on, Ocho. Hold on. Let me go back. A Pennsylvania lending company called D'Angelo Vehicle Sales loaned Adrian Peterson $5.2 million in 2016 when AP planned to use most of the money to pay back other lenders. Think about what Ocho, let me read that again. Hold on. Let me call. A Pennsylvania lending company called D'Angelo Vehicle Sales loaned Adrian Peterson $5.2 million in 2016 when AP planned to use most of the money to pay back other lenders.
Oh, God damn, man. I don't even know what to say except what I already said. I don't even listen. The players today, I know, there are players probably in the chat. They're friends of mine that I know that come to me and they ask me for advice, and I try to give them as many examples as possible on ways to be smart with your money. Enjoy yourself. Especially, I got all these young dudes that I know that's coming up, getting ready to make hoo-ha's of cash. Crazy work, but I get it, bruh. Listen. You got to learn to be able to tell people no. You might be making 30, 40 million a year. This shit go fast, bro.
No, you ain't making. If you making 30 or 40 million a year, you need to be making 80 million a year because 40 million a year is 20 million a year. Now, when your agent get his 20%, now you cut that in half. Now you got, if you make that kind of money, you got staff. Ain't nobody making that kind of money that don't have a staff.
Right.
You know that, I know that.
Yeah.
Be it executive assistants, be it managers, be it people that clean. You got a staff that work full time, chefs, things of that nature. So you have a monthly budget. So somebody making 40 million, actually they're making 20. Now when agency get their 10, 20%, now you cut that in half. Now that's what you make it. Okay, you got a monthly budget. You have a lifestyle. Somebody that's making $40 million a year, they ain't living in no $1 million house. You know that, I know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you. They're not.
You got to find a way to cut back on some of that shit.
Yes.
I ain't never had no staff. I had one person. I had my agent with Drew Rosenhaus, and I had one person that did my deals. Shit, I was my PR. I was my PR person. I mean, I didn't need nobody else. I sold. I always talk about the Cowboys. Jerry don't need to do nothing because they sell itself.
Yeah.
I sold myself on the green grass. So everything else for me to do off the field, it was easy. It was easy to do. But you got to find a way. I don't know how. And you can talk to people